Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Gladys Knight began singing with her siblings at age 8, calling themselves the Pip. The group opened for R&B legends in the 1950s, then headed to Motown and crossed over to pop music. As Gladys Knight and the Pip, they recorded their signature song Midnight Train to Georgia. Knight left the Pips behind in 1989 and continued to perform and record as a solo artist. Today, she is known fondly as the Empress of Soul. Singer and actress Gladys Knight was born Gladys Maria Knight on May 28, 1944. In Atlanta, Georgia, and started out on the road to success at an early age. She made her solo debut at the age of 4, singing at the Mount Maria Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. Not long after, she won a prize for her performance on the televised Ted Mack Amateur Hour. In 1952, an 8-year-old Knight formed the Pips with her brother and sister Merrill Booba and Brenda and 2 cousins, Eleanor and William Guest, another cousin Edward Patton, and Langston George later joined the group. After Brenda and Eleanor left to get married, George left by 1960 with young Gladys supplying the throaty vocals and the Pips providing impressive harmonies and inspired dance routines. The group soon earned a following on the so-called Chitlin circuit in the South, opening for popular acts such as Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke. While their first single, Whistle My Love, was released by Brunswick in 1957, the Pips didn't score a bona fide hit until 1961 when they released Every Beat of My Heart, but it was when the group began recording with Motown Records with the mid-1960s and would team with songwriter-producer Norman Whitfield that their careers really took off. In 1967, the Pips' version of Whitfield's I Heard It Through the Grapevine, later a huge hit for Marvin Gaye, crossed over from the rhythm and blues charts to the pop charts. Their popularity increased with the success of singles like Nitty Gritty, Friendship Train, and If I Were Your Woman, combined with touring performances with the Motown Revue and numerous TV appearances. Knight and the Pips left Motown in 1973 for Buddha Records, a subsidiary of Arista, the group that later took Motown to court for unpaid royalties. Ironically, their last Motown single, Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye, became the Pips' first #1 crossover hit and the Grammy winner of Best Pop Vocal Performance in 1973. The group, now known officially as Gladys Knight and the Pips, was riding higher than ever during the mid-1970s with a smoother, more accessible sound, a hit album, Imagination 1973, and the 3 gold singles, I Have Got to Use My Imagination, Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, and the Grammy Award-winning #1 hit Midnight Train to Georgia, Best R&B Vocal Performance. In 1974, the group recorded a soundtrack for the film Claudine with songs written by Curtis Mayfield. The soundtrack album spawned the hit single On and On. Their next album, I Feel a Song 1975, included Knight's hit version of Marvin Hamlish, The Way We Were, also popularized by Barbra Streisand. The album's title track became a #1 soul hit. Knight and the Pips hosted their own TV special in the summer of 1975 and 1976. Knight made an appearance in the film Pipe Dreams, for which she and the Pips also recorded the soundtrack album. She later co-starred opposite comedian Flip Wilson on the 1985 to 1986 sitcom Charlie and Co. Due to legal problems with Buddha, Knight and the Pips were forced to record separately in the last years of the 1970s, although they continued performing together in live gigs. After signing a new contract with Columbia, the group released 3 reunion albums during the early 1980s: About Love 1980, Touch 1982, and Visions 1983, scoring hits with such singles as Landlord, produced by the Ace, songwriting team Ashford and Simpson, Save the Overtime for Me, and You Are #1. Moving to MCA Records in 1988, Knight and the Pips released their final album together, All Our Love, which included the Grammy-winning single Love Overboard. The next year, Knight left the Pips to launch a solo career, recording the title song for the James Bond film License to Kill 1989 and the album A Good Woman 1990, which featured guest stars Donnie Warwick and Patti LaBelle. Throughout the 1990s, Knight continued to tour and record, producing the successful 1994 album Just For You and earning acclaim for her consistently strong vocals and hard-working performance style. In addition to her musical career, she also acted in a recurring role on the 1994 TV series New York Undercover. Knight has also appeared on Living Single and Jag. On the big screen, she had a role in Taylor Perry's I Can Do Bad All By Myself in 2009. While no longer a chart-topping success, Knight, known fondly today as the Empress of Soul, has continued to make records. She once stated, "Since I have been so wonderfully blessed, I really want to share and to make life at least a little better. So every chance I get to share the gospel or uplift people, I will take full advantage of that opportunity." Knight collaborated with the Saints United Voices for her 2005 gospel album One Voice, which did well. Knight's 2006 album Before Me also received a warm reception. In 2012, Knight decided to take on another kind of role by joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars, the popular television television competition and strutting her stuff against the likes of actress Melissa Gilbert, actor Jaleel White, and TV personality Sherry Shepherd. 2 years later, she released another studio album, the gospel-infused Where My Heart Belongs. In early 2019, it was announced that Knight would sing the national anthem before Super Bowl LIII. Knight married her first husband, an Atlanta musician named Jimmy Newman, at age 16. The marriage produced 2 children, James and Kenya, before Newman, a drug addict, abandoned the family and died only a few years later. Her second marriage to Barry Hankerson ended acrimoniously in 1979 after 5 years in the prolonged custody battle over their son Shanga. Knight married author and motivational speaker Les Brown in 1995. That marriage ended in 1997. In addition to a tumultuous love life, Knight suffered through a serious gambling problem that lasted more than a decade. In the late 1980s, after losing $45,000 in one night at a baccarat table, Knight joined Gamblers Anonymous, which helped her quit the habit. Since 1978, Knight has lived in Las Vegas close to her mother Elizabeth and 2 of her children and their families. She continues to perform frequently in Las Vegas and beyond, and published a memoir, Between Each Line of Pain and Glory, My Life Story, in 1997. With the Pips, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996 and received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Rhythm and Blues Foundation in 1988. In April 2001, Knight married William McDowell, a corporate consultant she had reportedly met 10 years earlier but had only begun dating the previous January. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.